Yeah, because you gotta text people.
I'm doing. I already got Julie. I'm only we're live. We live, baby. Yeah.
Every episode can damn.
Yeah, bro. Yes. It's kind of my thing now.
I don't care.
Let's see.
Am I too close?
You're not on YouTube yet, so I can't see you. There you are. Perfect. Can't see your shirt.
Okay, let me back it up a little bit.
You got to know. Listen, you got enough room to scoop down. You got your head. You have a lot.
There, better.
It's gonna take me a second. No.
Just move it. I just moved it back.
Yeah. I mean, but you can kind of scroll down, you can tilt down just the hair. Hold on. Margie says she really likes your hair like that, Joya.
Thank you, Margie. You know, I just do what I do when I can do it, how I can do it, and why I can do it, you know. But thank you, Margie.
I don't even know why you even did that just now.
What? What? That was my bad.
I know, turn them volume up, girl.
Whatever, boy.
That's what that is. Let a few more people come in. Margie,
Today
where's
I'm
Pat?
drinking the cranberry lime flavored spiked sparkling seltzer. Very, very delicious.
So what I'm saying is when you're drinking, it's okay to show labels. When you're drinking, it's fine. But when I'm drinking, don't do that. We're not getting paid. Can. This is clearly, you see what I'm saying? We need to get some ground rules in this motherfucker.
Let me tell you one thing. Why I can do that and you can't.
Tell me. Give me a damn good reason.
This is my podcast.
Text your mama so she can hear this.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me
text your mama. Tell her, let her presence be known, because I'm about to get something together. Hey, Margie, I was tired too, man. Long day yesterday, first day back, really in the gym. Man, I really wasn't feeling like myself. We did legs, man. It was a lot. But I'm here today. I took me a little. Pat, what's up? 2 patrons, same house, 2 different rooms. Top tier. The Ducks are in the building. Waiting on Julie to come on in. Waiting on Julie. I need to share this on YouTube right now. I mean, on the Facebook.
You look like the Facebook. Don't me.
I just did. What you gonna do about it?
Well, somebody wants to get slapped.
Violent. Margie, what the hell is that?
Sound like the beginning of Bone Thug song.
Nah, she just sent me a video of Mr. Dunk and his daughter. They got, y'all supposed to be social distancing during this. Y'all having a party? Her husband slid down this the inflatable water slide.
Hi, Julie.
Julie! We always shout out Julie like we walking in Cheers. Julie!
Julie deserves that. Do not stop her shine.
Facts. We're going to get her on the show, I'm telling you. We're going to get her on the show.
All of the ladies deserve it. Margie, too. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do for the men?
Dig helicopters.
Dig helicopters. Wow. Pretty sure they don't want that.
Okay. We'll find a way to show some titties on here.
I don't know which woman you're going to get to show them because it ain't me.
Nah, we don't want to see those. Kirby!
What did you say?
We don't want to see those. Julie, when you're in here, please announce yourself. Where's Stephanie at? No, we're not. Patrick say show Stephanie titties.
We will not be showing any types of boobs on this channel. Thank you.
You asked me what I was going to do for me in my house. Listen.
I said,
you made a statement earlier saying that this is your podcast. That's the furthest from the truth because I'm the one put this together. I'm the one came to you and say, look, Joya, I'm thinking about doing this podcast. I need me a female co-host who can keep me in. Okay. You can keep flapping them big motherfuckers. You're going to fly away.
Sure will. I'm going to fly away right off to another podcast.
Shit, do it then. You did one other night.
What?
You did. You heard what I said. If you can what, you can hear.
I did a podcast with my friends discussing things that we like to watch on YouTube. What's the harm in that?
Kirby say happy 420.
Happy 420. I got my hemp shirt on. This shirt is fully made out of hemp, not cotton, full hemp.
A byproduct of the marijuana.
True that.
Patrick Dunk said today is Devil's Lettuce Day.
The devil's lettuce? Not the devil's lettuce.
He old as fuck.
Weed has a very significant history in medicine, in religion, in just overall health and wellness, mental health, pain.
It was grown and cultivated like tobacco was back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
George Washington, our supposed founding father, was a hemp producer.
I believe it.
Back when it was hot.
He also had slaves that picked cotton, but we're not going to get into that either.
True, too. And he chopped down that cherry tree, but he didn't lie.
That story is fake.
Let me tell you something. They told it.
And you believe everything they teach you in these public schools.
Oh, you already know. Come on, man. This is me. This Big Ken, you already know.
Can you not comb your beard on camera?
It's luxurious.
You're supposed to groom before you get on camera.
I'm looking at myself on camera. Here's the thing. I haven't been to the barbershop in some time. So, shout it out. We got 7, so that's me, you, and 5 people. Kirby, Julie, Patrick.
Who's all in here? Give us
Margie.
a hey, hey.
We got one more person. They ain't speaking up though.
Give us a yes. Or a hey girl, hey girl, hey girl.
Everybody be talking about we be talking too much before we get started. Shit, we got to get the people in here to make sure. I guess we just lost one because we called him out. Bobby Duke in the building.
Hi, Bobby Duke. Thanks
Bobby
for joining.
Duke. No lie, Bobby Duke. We thought you was a troll.
I didn't think you were a troll. I just didn't know you were.
No, because we had a troll, and I thought it was Bobby Duke, but it wasn't Bobby Duke. Bobby Duke, happy 420. I think Bobby Duke's one half of Kirby's Patreon, so that's $7.50 a piece.
Wow.
Bobby say he just fat and short, no troll. You don't stand, you don't live under no bridges, ain't no Billy Goats crossing.
You know, I'd rather be a leprechaun than a troll because they got the gold.
No, they always losing their gold, and people trying to steal their gold.
No, they're not losing it. They hide it at the end of a rainbow, and people try to take it. It gives it magical powers.
No, Patrick Dunk, you can't split Patreons. Kirby, Bobby Duke gonna get his own Patreon because I believe in it. I believe in miracles. We're gonna have dual household Patreons. We're gonna be the first podcast. See, Bobby's gonna sign up. We're gonna be the first podcast to have tandem Patreons in the same house, 2 different phones, laptops, computers, watching us at the same time, helping us without, that's double the watch hours in one house. Now, if we can get Margie's children to get on at the same time.
If we get Margie's children, then you're gonna have to tone yourself down, sir.
No, listen, tell you something about our kids. They're adults.
Okay. As long as they're over the age of 17, 16, then you're fine.
Tandem, like parachuting, tandem. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, we're not gonna hold you long because today, y'all can afford it. No, just to be on at the same time, not all the kids be patrons, but just get their phones, tablets, and electronic internet using devices to watch us at the same time. That is quadruple. Is that a quadruple? Quadruple? I know quintuplets, but if it's quadruple.
How many are you trying to describe?
5.
Sing tuplets are 5 babies.
No, but we're talking about people.
I know. So you have to start off with sync. So it's, I don't know.
You say so it's, I don't know.
A group, god dang it.
Yeah.
I'm calling them the wolf pack. So them and their pack can hop on. What was that?
My blinds are open and somebody called African American walked across. There's no African American but me in this area, so someone was out of place.
Why would you say that?
Because that's just the truth.
Someone could have got a new roommate or a new boyfriend or a cousin.
Here's the thing. I ain't seen them yet, so it was a bit odd.
That's racist.
No, it's not, because if it would have been anyone, but I just was describing it was an African American person. I don't know if it was male or female.
What do? You clutch your purse too when a black man walks by you? Is that what you do?
Clutch my nuts. The jewels, as they say.
You know, I am on a spiritual journey today, so I will not be mean and I will refrain from cursing you out.
Challenge accepted.
And you know why I'm on a spiritual journey?
Why?
Because today Well, you know what? I'll tell you after the intro. Why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Now she's telling me what to do, guys, because I was actually trying to do it. She cut me off. As usual. Man, where my boy Joe? We need Joe up in here, man, but he's not here yet. Maybe doing some work. Hopefully he'll watch later on today or come in late. But we're not gonna be here long, guys. But I just want to say this. Thank you again for joining us. Quarantine episode 13. Lucky number 13, I might add. Because it can be whatever you want it to be. But we're going to talk about some beef in the streets. We don't have to talk about the COVID. Quick COVID fact. Mandating.
First of all, I didn't get to introduce myself.
Oh, sorry. Because I was trying to gloss over you myself. But I'm Big Ken. You are.
Don't point at me like that.
Sorry.
Thank you. I am Joya the Queen. Thank you guys for tuning into episode 13. We have, a little bit of something to talk about today, but it's 420. So if you're out there, get you a drink, get you a joint, and have fun.
Yes.
Now to the COVID, Ken.
Because we are a semi-drug-free podcast, we can't do any drugs. But if you guys want to partake in it and you don't mind losing your job, because tomorrow is National Drug Test Day, you do what you do. You have free will. We're not going to do like the government and tell y'all what to do. We're not going to tell you, don't smoke your weed. You see what I'm saying?
I am a firm believer, and y'all know this already. Mind your own business.
Understandable.
You want to smoke. That's on you. It's not my business.
But listen, we're going to do COVID real quick. COVID in hopefully 30 seconds. They're trying to open the country back up. People are protesting to get the country open back up. Governors are saying they get open back up. They're mandating face masks in public places. If you find out in these streets, found out it. What's the word? You know what I'm saying. If you found out in these streets with no face masks in these public places, $1,000 to 6 months. That's what they're doing. They're telling you to stay in and go outside at the same time. We don't know what to do.
I went to get food today and I stopped at Walgreens and I didn't have a face mask on.
Here's the thing. If Karen would have seen you, we could have been watching about you on the news.
But Karen worked at the register and I'm cool with Karen. She always lets me know.
She's not Karen then.
She always lets me know when they get new ice cream flavors in at Walgreens.
That's not Karen then. Karen is like what's the word? Barbecue Becky. You know what I'm saying? Or Lemonade Lucy.
This lady's actual name is Karen.
Wow. Ironic.
Hmm?
Very
She's a sweetheart. We have conversations all the time. I go in and get my snacks, my popcorn, my cookies, and my candies, and my ice cream so I can watch my Netflix.
Rice because my name is Joya and I'm a vegan. I eat bird seeds, I eat rice, I eat sunflower seeds, I eat dates. I don't eat meat because meat is bad. Karen did get Jared fired, Julie. Karen, you damn right Karen did. That was a Karen for real. But remember what you said last week when you said you went out to the store and everybody, all the kids and the mom and dad had masks on, but the baby didn't?
So
they said 10 and up. Anybody under 10 does not have to wear a mask.
Really?
Yes.
That's messed up.
Yes. Anybody under 10 does not. If you're over 10, you have to wear a mask.
Okay, so I went to Walmart, right? I just ran in and out. I don't even remember what I went to get. What did I go to get?
Probably some bird food. Go ahead.
I got the bird food for you bird.
You know what I eat.
If you was a bird, you'd be a pigeon.
Mm. If you was a bird, you'd be a crow. Annoying.
So good. And you know what they call a flock of crows? A murder. Keep playing with me.
I thought we talked about this. I thought we talked about this violence.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
She's hurting on the inside, guys. She is hurting on the inside because we talked about that earlier, and you did it. Not that I brought it. This is something she found out on her own and searched herself. This is her. Ain't nothing I did, but I'm letting her know what she told me. But Bobby Duke, meat is bad if it's overcooked.
I went into Walmart to get the thing to shave my head. Remember?
That's what you did, yeah.
So I walked in, and as I'm walking in, or as I'm walking out, I've already paid for my stuff. I'm just trying to hurry up and get out. And I see a family of 4. There was the husband, the wife, the daughter, and a little baby that the husband was holding. Everybody had masks on except the baby. Why? Baby lives don't matter?
That's what you said. But as you know, the government doesn't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. I can't say that because it may shut us down. I apologize. But they said 10 and under. Didn't have to do it. That was a surprise for me. And as soon as I saw it, I thought about you. It's like, even if you have like a lot of people in cars, they have to have a mask. If it's like 2 people, but if you're going to a public place without a mask, let me slow down for a moment.
Yeah,
if you go to a public place without your mask, you're subject to a $1,000 fine, and you could serve some time in prison. They say it's a suffocating risk for little kids. Okay, Margie, the mom in the building said it's
yeah, and I get it, but I mean,
but under 10 though, Margie, they was like under 10.
A baby is the most precious thing that you have to protect, especially in a crisis or, you know, anything like that. If there was an earthquake, people run to their kids, make sure their kids are straight first. You know what I'm saying?
But on planes, they say secure your mask first, then help others.
What?
On planes, they say in low altitudes, when the masks come out, secure your mask first, then help others.
It won't matter. You're on a plane. What you think is just gonna glide in the air? No, it's gonna crash and all y'all gonna die. Okay? End of story. You can help as much as you want.
We talked about this.
Honestly, I'd rather
eat.
If the plane is going down, I might as well just not put my mask on and pass out, so at least I don't feel the impact when we hit the ground.
Moving on. Let's see what they say. The governor has asked that the whole family not go out. They asked that only 1 or 2. They did say that 1 or 2 members, and then say, I don't see why they'd want to put more folks in jail. Yes, if they pay bills, they are first. Highest incomes get the most help.
Bobby, dude, that's just wrong. Baby ain't asked to be here.
I don't know. But that's all we got for COVID. Hey, we was on COVID too goddamn long. Because today, well, fuck it. It went away because I already talked about it. But we got a topic finally during this isolation quarantine. So
I have a topic first.
Curveball, guys, because we didn't talk about this. Go ahead.
So, guys.
Whoa. Not to cut you off, but let me tell you something earlier. For some reason, she found some burst of energy. No. Well, you know, that's what I do anyway. I live up the street from the Days of Walmart myself, the next street over, actually. But Joya was like, are we recording today? She was down and out. I was like, yeah, we can record today, but you know, it is what it is. How you feeling or whatever, you know, but we ain't got no topic, so I'm gonna let you run the point today. But then we get on the podcast, and guess what Joya does? Cuts my point out. After I told her we weren't even gonna be here this long, trying to look out for her because Joya works all day, gets off work, changes clothes, combs her hair, and get on here 7:30-ish for you guys. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do this and be quick for her. We're already at 24 minutes.
When have you
And
ever seen someone comb dreads?
I don't even know what those are, but go ahead
How have you ever seen someone comb locks?
I comb them all the time with my fingers. I untangle them.
Y'all,
Go ahead with.
this is why I have been drinking more lately. Ken, this one right here. Lucky
You're pointing the wrong way. You gotta point. You gotta point the other way.
No,
you can point. You did it last. No, it's. There I am. Yeah. Yeah. That's me. You see it? Look. On YouTube, I'm the opposite way, okay? Here we go.
My mother said she's watching, she's not commenting.
Mama, I need you to comment so that we can laugh.
My mother doesn't type very fast.
Here's the thing. I don't care. And first of all, don't talk about your mama like that. Secondly, I don't care how slow she types, how fast she types. I'm going to read them. Yes, I am. And I'm going to acknowledge her and her presence in here. Hello, Mom, if you're out there. You jealous, dog. You jealous. I don't know what you got, what your problem is, but you have to share your mother, okay? That's just a fact.
That is my mama.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is that I would like her to bring me in as a friend of the family. You see what I'm saying? I want to be accepted. It's every episode. I just have to. I gotta fight. But nah.
Mama, I'm watching this foolishness.
No, listen, man. We love your mom. She's here every day. Your brother Zach, he be in the building. I know his name is Jay, but his tag is Zach, so that's what we're going with. But no, go ahead with your topic.
So, guys, I am on my humble stuff today. I am really trying to reassess myself, reassess my attitude, reassess the way that I treat people, which I don't think I'm a bad person or anything like that. But I do have some tendencies to not see other people's point of view. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very blunt. I tell it how it is, sometimes not realizing how harsh it may sound. And it's just something that I'm working on. So
I try to tell her I have feelings too, but she says there's no way you have feelings. You're too big to have feelings.
I never said that.
I should be able to put my hands on you. Ken, you're a tough guy. Your feelings shouldn't get hurt. I'm just little old me. How you talking about your feelings getting hurt? I'm like, I'm a human. And you cut me.
I've never said that, Ken. And you know I have never said that. Don't be putting words in my mouth.
Is that your announcement? I thought you had a topic. You had an announcement, not a topic.
That was the announcement. Oh, I got the reason why I'm reassessing everything is because
see what happens when you don't tell me things you're gonna do. I gotta guide you through your own topic.
You were running the show, right?
That's what you told me, but it looks like I've been relinquished of my duties.
So I had a card reading today, and that was what was in the cards. End of story. Move on, Ken. It's your turn.
Julie says she's working on her patience and complaining. Patience is going great. Complaining, not so much. I've never known you to be a complainer. Now, I know I know what I do know you as, Julie, but we'll talk about that closer to the Christmas episode. Because me and Julie,
Bobby Duke says men don't have feelings.
I guess I got a vagina because my feelings get hurt often.
Got a what? A vagina?
Vagina.
Sound like you said a vagina.
Nah. It's too many goddamn Bobbies up in here, man. But
are you sure? I only see
no. We got 2 people here got a Bobby apiece.
Okay.
No, I'm not telling people's business unless they say it in here, then I'm gonna say it. But I'm just saying. I'll tell you off air. But we're gonna be talking about, hold on, man. Shout out to the Patreons, Kirby, Kim, Julie, and the Dunks, Margie and Patrick. Patreons.
Thank you so much, guys. You are very, very appreciated. I know Ken doesn't show it, but just know that I appreciate you guys so much.
Let me tell you something. Every time we get a Patreon, I send a personal message of appreciation from my personal Facebook page with my government name on it.
First of all, Patreon is set up to automatically send that.
No, so listen what I'm telling you. I just told you I send a personalized from my personal Facebook page, thanking them as soon as they
set up the Patreon to do that, though.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you one thing about you and your Patreon. You set it up, but I'm the one running the motherfucker, and that's just a fact. Who got a personal message from me when you became patrons? I harassed the hell out of Patrick to be a Patreon. I did. I harassed him. I said, when your stimulus check drop, you better get your membership because I need it. But what I'm going to say is this. I was doing some test messages. What? Reallocate. Oh, yeah, Julie, yeah. You know, I just threw it out there. You know how that go. Go on, get that upgrade. I ain't gonna tell you business, but you know what it is. But you know, we appreciate you no matter what because you've been my friend for 3 years. Not 3 years. 1.5 years. We took a year off. Now we're working our way back to being friends. It's awkward because it takes some time after I don't talk to someone for a year to start talking to them again. So we're working on it. Thank you for being here. But the Christmas episode, I'm gonna tell them what you did, man, and why we fell out. But
I appreciate you guys.
But what I was gonna say is I sent you guys, I'm not cutting you off, I'm sorry, the way that came out. But I sent the reference video to the topic of the day. Emanuel Hudson and Spoken Reasons beef has resurfaced. This is a beef from 2012. Now it's been coming up, dying down. They've been saying, okay, we talked, we didn't talk. This is my side, this is their side. It was real PC and company oriented.
I'll go ahead and explain the first part of the story and then I'll let Ken continue. But basically what happened is there's a comedian, rapper, who is named Emanuel Hudson, Spoken Reason. He's kind of known for kind of helping people, YouTubers, get on and stuff like that. And
no, that's not true.
Can I finish? Basically just using their name for fame.
You're putting the cart before the horse.
Not if the horse is face backwards.
That would be ass backwards.
No, an ass is a donkey.
Isn't this my segment? We talked about this?
But I'm explaining the story from Emanuel Hudson's point of view.
No, you're doing it backwards. And
can explain
not the way I want it done. There, I said it.
Okay, well, you do it your way then.
because I have
I
a little bit.
apologize, Kim. I apologize. You do you, boo boo.
Now and this how she talk to me when we be on the phone. She get this side of her hair like this, and that's what she do. That's when she gets serious when she do this. Get the hair and she throw it across her back. But no, listen, this is the backstory quick, because I became fans of both of them because of this song. It's a song called Asking All Those Questions. Now, this is the timeline that I saw. Emanuel dropped the song. It was in his room, very low quality. It's 2012. It's a webcam, did his thing or whatever. Then boom, I see an official video with Spoken Reason. I didn't even know what it was. I just saw that it was like asking all the questions. So I'm thinking it's a review or a parody or something like that. But then he comes up into the video. So they do the official video. Boom. I'm a fan. I'm locked into both of them. Locked in. I'm following both of their videos because Emanuel had dropped another video doing other different things. And that's when I kind of fell off when we talked about what he was doing. And I was just like, I'm not really into that either. You know what I'm saying? Because he likes to impersonate women overtly, not for comedic relief.
Okay, so this is what I have a problem with. I don't care that he's dressing up as a woman because he does write skits and he does make songs where it's from a man's point of view and from a woman's point of view. I have no problem with that. The only thing that I do have a problem with is that a lot of the guys who dress up as women, they always portray the negative stereotypes of the women that they're portraying. And I don't like that, you know.
They over exaggerate certain points. Because it's not true. Because we all know someone like that.
Right. But I think that when people who are from the outside looking in see that, they think that everybody's like that. Yeah, I clown around and I talk with my hands and, you know, I do all of that stuff. But in a professional environment, I know how to be professional. I'm not like that 24/7. And I know people that aren't like that either. So I don't want that to reflect on women, especially African-American women as a whole. And I don't think that's right. Because when you dress up as these women and you have attitudes and you put the long fingernails on and you put the bonnets on, like all of us don't do that. So I didn't get down with him because of that. Now, dressing up as a woman to portray an alternate role compared to what the men see, that's fine.
To add to what she said, for some time and for still today, but I don't let it bother me no more. But I just hate the fact that to be funny, men have to be women. That's just something in itself or whatever. Now, in moderation, it can be fine. Like Jamie Foxx was Wanda, great. You know what I'm saying?
That was
no. Listen, could you look? Can I finish?
Yeah, make your point. I'm gonna go get something real quick.
So you're not listening to me, right?
I'm listening to you.
No, you're not listening at all. But no, what I'm saying is he didn't make that him throughout his career. There's some guys who are going to be women and they can't be nothing else because that's the only thing that they're funny at, imitating women. So they don't have any real skill. But to answer Julie's question, Emanuel Hudson was the one who always portrayed and mocked women, I guess I'd say, or whatever. But to keep this timeline going, so the song drops. I'm locked in. I'm a fan. So then Spoken Reason fell off. He did like a movie. Then Emanuel Hudson.
Keep going.
What you got?
Nothing.
You better tell me what you got. This is the skinniest, fattest motherfucker I know. I swear to God.
Can't go wrong with Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, so now we still showing ads, right?
It's a blueberry donut. I didn't want to get forced.
You put the logo up.
Huh?
It's all good when she putting logos up, but I can't. Big mouth bass. Look at it, about to burn all her mouth open. But great song. Spoken Reason did a movie, kind of fell off. Emanuel started doing Wildin' Out and other parodies. He actually did a good rap song that was good. It looked like he was in New York and did a rap song. It was real nice. And then it just started surfacing that Spoken Reason did Emanuel wrong. Okay? So now, Spoken Reason has done interviews saying his side and saying it wasn't true, this, that, and the other. Emanuel was putting stuff out saying, you know, that's water under the bridge. I've moved on. I'm on Wild 'N Out. I know he can pay good. I think him and DC Young Fly are the longest tenure comedians on Wild 'N Out, other than Nick Cannon.
I think
and
what
DJ,
happened
and DJ
was,
D-Ray.
I think what happened was, even though Spoken Reasons got a role in a movie, a decent movie, and he thought that was gonna blow him up, I think to a certain extent karma hit him, because from what I'm hearing, Emanuel Hudson wasn't the only person that he has tried to use and take
Still
money.
putting the cart before the horse, because we have to tell Emanuel's story before we tell other people's story.
But you said he fell off. And that I was explaining the reason why he fell off is because
but what I'm saying is he got on, remember he got on our other podcast we watched and said the fame got to him. And he went into seclusion and lost everything and shit like that. I want to see what, can we say other podcast names and other people?
Yeah.
Can we say, well, Righteous and Ratchet, I want to see what they're going to say since this has come out, because what I was thinking was, did he use that platform, Kev on Stage and Doughboy, to play them for sympathy?
I will say
what you
that
think?
Because he has a reputation of being shady and being sneaky and stealing from other people and using them for fame, I will not put it past him that he did that, not only for one, to try and fabricate a side of the story that made people feel sorry for him, but also to make it seem like, oh, Righteous and Ratchet, well-known podcast, really
Christian based.
Yes, Christian based, really wholesome people. If I go on there and tell my story, they're going to give me that credibility, yes. Right? Mind you, Kevin and Doughboy are excellent people. I love them to death. Watch their podcast. They inspired us to do things and stuff like that. I can guarantee you 100% that they did not know the full story. So I will not fault them for this at all.
But I want them to say something. That's what I want. I want Doughboy to bring it up.
It's best that they not address it, because he, at the end of the day, he was a special guest on their podcast.
But the thing is, Doughboy was on Wild 'N Out. I think he's going to bring it up. Doughboy got the tattoo. I think he's going to bring it up. If it's not his own podcast, it's going to be on Righteous and Ratchet. Or Damn It If You Scary.
I would expect, no, they're probably not going to talk about that, because I don't think Patrick gets along with Spoken Reasons. I would expect Doughboy to talk about it on his own personal podcast, but as far as Kev and Doughboy on Righteous and Ratchet, I don't expect them to address it, because for one, like we said, it's a wholesome podcast, really good, and if they were to start bashing their guests, people would not.
It won't be a bash. It may be a disclaimer saying we didn't know the full story. Like, I'm saying like that. I'm saying like that. I'm not saying talk about it, but say like we didn't know. Or they're gonna bring it up like, man, Emanuel did Spoken Reason in, and they may have the same idea that I have. Damn, did he do the same thing to us? Did he come on here to say his side?
No. I don't think that's.
Hey, I'm willing to put some money on it. How much you want to put on it?
I'll give you $10.
Bet.
Okay, so this is what the extent of addressing it is, what I think they're gonna say. So this is the extent that they're gonna go. He was a guest. He came on our show. He told his side of the story that we don't know. That was his words, not ours. And we left it at that. At the end of the day, he was just a special guest. His views and opinions do not reflect on us. He just wanted to tell his side of what happened, and that's what he did. We have nothing to do with that. That's what they're going to say.
Right. So now we don't have a bet, because that's exactly what I was saying. But since you want to go against what you went against earlier, you still not following what you said you was gonna follow, and not trying to change my mind. You're trying to change my mind when we were actually agreeing with each other.
I'm not trying to change your mind.
No, but we said the same thing, but you kept going like I was going against you. We talked about this in your
said
thing.
Something else. You said that they were gonna say
that's the gist of what I'm talking about.
Let me finish.
Anger.
God dang it.
Violence.
You said that they were gonna say that he used them or tried to throw them.
Just addressing it like that, but what I'm saying, what you said is what in the ballpark.
No, it's not.
Listen, when I'm moving on. So now we're gonna fast forward to 2020, 2 days ago. Emanuel Hudson, longest tenure, one of the longest tenure wilding out besides DC Young Fly, Nick Cannon, and DJ D-Rec, and maybe a couple wilding out girls. They've been there the longest, like them since the beginning. But Emanuel works there, works for Nick Cannon. For some reason, they brought Spoken Reason on Wilding Out. Now, if you don't know what Wilding Out is, it is a comedic, rhythmic show. They have games, they rap and rhyme, and towards the end, it's red team versus the black team, and they battle each other, trying to, tell jokes and get under their skin. Some of it is like what they're doing like right now and what they're wearing, what they look like. And then some is like personal off camera or other ventures that they're going through. Like Nick Cannon's rap career. They're always on his rap career. Saying he can't rap. Then they say, please don't fire me. And blah, blah, blah. Mariah Carey, they bring that up a lot. Blah, blah, blah. He's really the butt of a lot of jokes. But.
Well, I mean, he's a butt, so.
Julie
he's a
said
butt.
Corny.
What?
Julie said corny.
Nick Cannon is probably one of the most corniest people that have been successful in this industry.
He's cashing in on his corniness. He's cashing in.
He doesn't think he's corny. That's the problem.
Well, no, anybody who people say are corny, they don't think they're corny, but you don't think he's laying into the corniness to get checks? He runs the show. He hires and fires people, and he allows them to rag on him. Who gets to talk about their boss every day at work? In their face. Talking about your failed marriage. Talking about your rap career that sucked. Shut up. Shut up. You can't be because you tell me to tone it down in meetings.
If you're cool with your boss and y'all can clown like that.
Nah, I'm cool with my boss and I have limits.
That's because you don't know boundaries.
That's a fact too. That's a fact. So I have to put them up myself.
Right.
Oh, what? Yeah, Julie, he did do Drumline. Was great. Still kind of corny too. But
no, Drumline was super corny. Love Don't Cost a Thing corny.
Yeah.
Roll Bounce was corny. They had Nick Cannon, Bow Wow, and Cleo Thomas all on the same show. Corny.
We're going off topic. Listen, because we're trying to wrap it up. We're at 48 minutes. But no, now it's don't care, Ken. Don't cut it short, Ken. Hey, we gotta get out of here because I got something I gotta eat.
Can you talk? You're wasting time.
Facts. That was only 15 seconds. But listen, so let's fast forward now. Spoken Reasons finds his way to Wildin' Out. Right. So Emanuel put out a live chronicling.
Explaining the story in chronological order.
That's what I'm trying to say. But saying that, I tried. But trust.
Jose, gonna get you some hooked on phonics. Lord Jesus help. Just
but
touch
he told the story, so he wasn't ambushed. He wasn't brought on without Emanuel Hudson's knowledge. So now we're at the Wild Style. It's a freestyle battle, like I said, going at each other. So they were doing their thing. They were like third or fourth in line. Look it up, Emanuel Hudson. Wild Out clip against Spoken Reason. So, boom, it's Emanuel Hudson. Now, let me say this. Emanuel said, that's just how it felt that they were on separate teams. I don't believe. And he said if they were on the same team, he would have kept it professional and cordial and just did what he had to do off camera or even not at all. Because he said he went into work, knew he was coming, and was like, I'm not going to say anything to him. I don't have anything to say to him, so I'm not going to say anything to him. So now we get to the Wild Style. Separate team.
You skipped the whole part.
I'm going back. I'm going to go back.
What?
Because we have to do the Wild Style and say what he said and then go back to the live.
Okay, what did he say in the Wild Style? Because that was the one part that I didn't see.
Right. So in the Wild Style, he basically said, Emanuel said to Spoken Reason in his face, paraphrasing, you're corny, you're whack, you used me, you robbed me, and I think you need to apologize. The rap was way better than that, but I think you need to apologize. So everybody looking
and he said about he steals from people too.
Right. And so everybody in there like, shit, this bitch about to get good, right? Spoken Reason, which who also is a spoken word author. He's a poet, said something totally stupid because he not built like them cats on there. He's really a square trying to be, you know what I'm saying, down. When he just, well, tell the people how I had to talk to your mama to fly you out to do the video. That was his rebuttal, which was dumb. So he lost that round or whatever. So after the Wild Style went off, this, that, and the other, Spoken Reason goes to his live and says, Emanuel Hudson's a bitch. Emanuel Hudson's whack. I'm putting words in his mouth with the experts because I didn't watch it. But basically saying, if you got all this problem with what I did, sue me, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Dealing with the song that they did together, which I prefaced at the beginning of my statements. Now.
You missed the whole part, man. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Joy. You want to talk? Go ahead. Here's the thing. When Joy sits in rooms and people's taking all the shine, she wants it back. Take it.
I don't. Go ahead.
Take it.
Go.
But, okay, so Emanuel Hudson goes on his live and breaks down how it was like, I wasn't going to do nothing. We're in the back, and he goes to dap me. What's up, bro?
Hold on.
How you doing, bro?
Now
you're going to go. Go ahead.
Yeah, now that we're at the live, I can start explaining some of this to you guys.
Right, thank you.
Because Ken does not know how to tell a story. I know y'all are hella confused because I am. Anyway, so here's what Emanuel Hudson had to say. This was his side of the story, okay?
That's what I was just about to do.
According to the live, Emanuel Hudson says that he makes a video with Spoken Reasons. Spoken Reason flies him out to Orlando, Florida. They do the videos together, even though Emanuel Hudson already had a video for the song.
Yes.
And had it by himself.
And his brother.
And
his brother.
Yes. So basically, Spoken Reasons just was in the video. He just cameoed in the video. He didn't rap on it. It was 100% Emanuel Hudson's song the entire way through. They were just riding in a car and he was mouthing some of the words and they were just dancing, being silly. Okay.
And bringing the props and stuff.
Yeah, bringing the props and stuff. And then so after the video was shot, Emanuel Hudson, he had did an interview first, but Emanuel Hudson went home. He said, Spoken Reasons told Emanuel Hudson, hey, we're going to drop this on Valentine's Day, February 14th, because this is a relationship song. And this is what we're going to do, right? He says this was in January when it happened of 2012, right?
2012.
Of 2012. January of 2012, he said, February 14th, we're going to drop this song with the video. Okay, fast forward to
later January.
Later January, right?
Because can I step in? What happened was Emanuel was kind of impatient and he was kind of worried that the song wasn't going to come out. And he said that he went with his mom and his mom told him, baby, you're talented. You can put out a song on your own. So then he puts out a song called You Ratchet, where he parodied the women with him and his brother, this, that, and the other. Put that out. But no, what you didn't do, what happened was he put his song out, it was doing numbers, and Spoken Reason assistant reached out to Emanuel. And Emanuel was kind of vague with the internet, and he was like, "Man, people got my video," and Spoke kind of put him on game and say, "Yeah, they ripped it. You need to flag them."
Video.
No, it was the asking video, the original. People were ripping it. What it was is Emanuel wasn't tech savvy, and people were taking his video.
So from what Emanuel said is that when they went and recorded the video for the song that he was arguing with him about, what's that one called again?
Asking all them questions. There's an original, and then there's an official video.
It's called All Them Questions. So
Asking all them questions.
Before they shot that video, he said he already had a song or a clip or something up.
That was it.
No, it was not, Ken.
You're not, listen, here's the thing. You're not going to argue with me on this. I just said that in my video. In the thing,
when he met up with him, he showed him how to flag videos. How can he flag videos when the second song didn't come out until after they shot the other video?
Can you take a step back and listen to me for a second? The original song that he did in his house with the webcam, which I said was Asking All Them Questions, which he did with his brother. That's what got Spoken Reason saying, that's a nice song. Let me help you do an official video. Emanuel told Spoken Reason, someone took my original video of Asking All Those Questions and they're sharing it.
It was two people. One had 700,000 views, one had 5,000.
But it's the same song. So he said, go flag those videos because they're yours. You dropped it first, but you're not using YouTube properly. So go flag those videos. And then we're gonna take down that song. Then we're gonna do the official video. So the same song was dropped twice. Once by Emanuel by himself, and then with Spoken Reason. So it's the same song.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what else happened was that after he got back home, all that stuff, he said February 14th, Emanuel was getting impatient. He was like, I'm gonna drop another song. He made Ratchet. He dropped that in the meantime, did crazy numbers. All the while, Spoken Reasons and his manager is looking at this like, hey man, you're doing crazy numbers right now. You know, maybe this was on a Friday, and he called him and said, maybe we should drop the Asking All Them Questions on Sunday, right? And he was like, well, hey, you know, it's whatever you want to do. Just let me know. You know, we can, we're supposed to both post it at the same time on Spoken Reasons page and then also on Emanuel Hudson's page, so the numbers can kind of, you know, see what it does. So come to find out, he, the next morning, well, no, I'm skipping a part.
It was Friday. It was all Friday.
Yeah, this was all Friday. Emanuel Hudson hits up Spoken Reason, was like, hey, I need the video. Because he still had the video.
A girl called Emanuel and said,
no,
this video's nice. No,
this was
that's
before
how
that.
He found out it dropped.
No. I know that, but he asked him for the video, and Spoken Reason said, I'm gonna send it to you when I get out of the movies.
No, listen, the video had already dropped.
No, the video had dropped.
Listen to the timeline. Listen to detail. Here's the thing. I want you to watch that video I sent you again, and I want you to apologize to me, because what happened was they didn't talk about. He said we're gonna drop it Sunday. Friday night, a girl called Emanuel and said, "Yo, y'all killed it on that video." He was like, "What do you mean?" "Yeah, your video, it dropped." So he was like, "Damn." So he calls Spoken Reason and says, "Hey man, you dropped." "Yeah, man, we had to go ahead and do it or whatever." And then he was like, "Yo, we were supposed to do it together, or whatever, man. You know, oh man, my bad, bro. It was just hot. I had to drop it." So he said, "Hey, send it to me." He said, "I'll send it to you when I get out of the movies."
That's just shady.
That's the timeline that you wanted to argue with me about.
Okay, we're just gonna roll with your timeline since you know everything.
because his thing. This is my topic. This is what I want to talk about today. I did the
Okay.
research.
So anyway,
I don't know why you're taking over my segment right now.
After Spoken Reasons tells him that, hey, I'm gonna send it to you after I get out of the movies. Emanuel Hudson still didn't get anything. The next morning he woke up, video doing crazy numbers. And even though he didn't have the video, he still shared Spoken Reasons link on his Twitter and was like, y'all go check out the video, you know, just being a real humble guy about it. Like, go get him some views and stuff like that, right?
And turned it up again.
Yes.
Inadvertently turned it up again.
Yeah. So he calls Spoken Reasons the second time and he says, hey, I need the video. I still haven't gotten it. And he was like, oh, well, I'll send it to you as soon as I get my laptop back from my boy. I don't have my laptop right now. More shady stuff, just ducking and dodging him, I think. And then so he still didn't get the video. He lets how much time pass by before he reaches out to him again?
Another day, I believe.
Another day. And all the while, all these views, all this support he's showing him is still going to Spoken Reasons channel, right? Mind you, Spoken Reasons was the one who flew Emanuel Hudson out to Florida and asked Emanuel Hudson to do an interview and to do the video with him. Emanuel Hudson didn't even know who he was. So Spoken Reasons was the one who set all of this up. So fast forward to another day, it's Sunday now, and he says, hey, I still haven't gotten the video. What's going on?
He called them.
Well, he's telling that to himself. Like,
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten the video. What's going on? He tries to call him. His phone number is off. So the assistant hits up Emanuel Hudson and he's like, hey, you know, he changed his number. You know, his number got leaked. It happens. You know, we had to change his number. But the thing is that they didn't give Emanuel Hudson his new number. They left him hanging. Or the video. They left him hanging.
The video's doing millions. His
Millions.
song, his concept turned his phone off on him.
Now, Emanuel Hudson said that, you know, when I met up with Spoken Reasons in Florida, he taught me how to flag videos and all this stuff. Well, according to YouTube, whoever posts the video first is the owner. So he couldn't even flag his own song to get it taken down so he could repost it to his own channel. Sad.
Trash.
Sad. And go ahead with the next part.
That's basically the entire story, but then we fast forward to the Wild Style, and that's when all of this comes out.
That's not the entire story, because I believe
No, what I'm saying is that's when we all found out the bullshit Spoken Reason was on. And then that's when we go to the live, and that's when Emanuel, he said,
no, he said other stuff happened before that. I think like 365 days after Spoken Reasons.
2 years later.
1 year later, first, he brings it up and starts tweeting about it and all that. Because on the live, he was counting to 365, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so a year later, he said that Spoken Reason brings it up or something like that. And he was talking about, this wasn't the time he was talking about BMI. Well, basically, he was just bashing him on Twitter, talking mess, trying to get him. Yeah, I made him. Don't forget who gave you your first flight.
Be humble.
This stuff. Yeah, be humble, basically. After you stole his song, be humble.
I stole from you, not be humble.
Right.
Basically. And then he said 2 years later, he went and registered a song on BMI. So he getting money two different types of ways now from BMI, because it's charting, and because it was an actual song. It wasn't just some bullshit. It was a song. Right. BMI, he registered somebody else's song, BMI. Mm-hmm. He's still getting paid from YouTube.
Yep.
And he basically played them. But then people was asking Emanuel about it. Now what happened, what pissed him off was there was an Essence magazine article about Emanuel and his brother Phil. They were talking about the song he did, She Ratchet, and wilding out and how he doing so good organically from YouTube and this, that, and the other. The next page was spoken.
No, he said it wasn't even the next page. He said that
figuratively.
On one part of the article, it was Emanuel Hudson and his brother says, best known for She Ratchet song. And then there was a piece
the
about
next page, because it was a full page layout. And then you turn the page, it's spoken reason.
He said it was not even the next page. But they said spoken.
Argue with me.
It doesn't matter.
This is my segment.
It don't matter. It was the same magazine.
I want to put this episode together. Why are you taking over my stuff?
Can I finish? Thank you.
Bro. Let me tell you something. Hold on. No. Let me tell you what she told me, dog. Let me tell you what she told me. And here's the thing. I'm not angry.
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I want to start spitting facts. We were on the phone about lunchtime. And she was saying, you know, we don't really have nothing to talk about. I said, we're going to talk about this, that, and the other. And she goes, this is what she tells me. She goes, all right, I really don't know much about it because I'm not a fan of either of them. So this is going to be you. You just tell it, okay? And I'll just back you up. It looks like I'm backing her up, doesn't it, guys? Maybe I'm tripping. But I'm backing her up.
Right?
What?
This is your story, right?
Do you think? No, do you think? You got it.
Okay, so one side.
I'm the actual fan.
One side or one page of the article was Emanuel Hudson that said best known for She Ratchet song. And then on the flip side, there is Spoken Reasons best known for Asking All Them Questions song when it wasn't even his song. His voice wasn't even on it.
Voice wasn't on it at all, except for in the beginning.
Talking.
That's it.
That's it. But anybody can do that. I can sample somebody's voice and put it at the beginning of a song.
Yeah, I see how you take over things and you just make it your own.
Right.
Like today.
You know, sometimes you have to do that so you can let people know that they need to be humble.
There it is. Message. But it was a whole fucked up situation. Now, the question I want to ask you, I know the answer. How you feel about it?
How I feel about it? Me?
Yeah, you're the person I'm talking to.
Well, you're looking down, so I don't know.
It's my eyes.
Well, fix them. Honestly, this is how I feel. Spoken Reasons should change his name to Spoken Treasons. I'm supposed to be scared? So, Spoken Reasons should change his name to Spoken Treasons. He, to me, because he has been known to do this to not only Emanuel Hudson, but to multiple people, I feel like he's a bad dude. He's bad out here. And some people, when they get a taste of some type of fame, some type of glory, some type of following, you know, a little bit of money in their pocket, they're always constantly chasing that, whether they have to ride on the backs of other people or not. And I don't like those types of people. So what I think that he did was very wrong. You don't steal somebody else's stuff. You don't fly them out, give them an interview talking about you trying to help them and put them on when at the end of the day, you're stealing, you're using them for your own personal gain. And then you ghost them when they try to question you about it. Like who does that? Yes, that's just terrible. Terrible. And I think, like I was saying before, the reason why Spoken Reasons isn't out here as big or getting roles like he wanted to, and he supposedly had to take a break and he lost everything, is because he blackballed himself. A lot of times people will blackball themselves when that karma comes around for everything that they've done to other people in their past. So
Yeah.
because he stole from all of these YouTubers, all of these artists, he's done all of this stuff to people, stolen money, stolen the fame, really, because if he would have played it the right way, you know, maybe he could have been more than what he was, but he wanted that for himself. Forget your little YouTube thing that you're doing. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna take the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So that karma came around on him, and look where he's at now. You know, he's still getting a little bit of work, and he's still doing a little bit of, you know, something to make money. But at the end of the day, Emanuel Hudson, DC Young Fly, all of them are way bigger than him now. You played yourself. Congratulations.
With the Khaled? But I agree with you. I'm gonna say this. I did not know who Spoken Reason was until Emanuel Hudson. Now, when they say he did it to other people, I have not seen him do a video with anyone else. I just haven't seen it.
I don't think that it was necessarily videos, but from what Emanuel Hudson said, it was other business deals.
I see what you're saying.
So it may not have necessarily been the same situation as Emanuel Hudson, but there was times where he worked with people supposedly trying to help them and have stolen the money or stolen whatever.
Intellectual property.
Right. And then, I mean, not only that, but Emanuel Hudson is stating that he feels that Spoken Reasons only went to Wild 'N Out just to kind of start that beef up again. Yeah.
Clout chasing.
Right. Clout chasing. So start that beef up, you know, hit the bee's nest and let people know who I am again.
And guess what happened? We're talking about it on Maybe I'm Tripping podcast with Big Ken, and her name's Joy the Queen.
I don't need you to for me.
But here's the thing. But did it work? Did it work?
It worked to an extent. So let me tell you why. Yes, we're talking about it. What?
I said, go ahead.
I didn't hear you. It's okay. I can hear you now. It worked to an extent.
I'm feeling checked. No, not to cut you off. Let me say this before you go. Julie said Spoken Reasons is trash.
He is trash, Julie. He's a trash person. He's a trash human being. He is scum under your shoe. But anyway, I think that, yes, it did work, the clout chasing, because for one, people are talking about him, but is it the right type of publicity that you want? Because now you're going to get exposed, because even Emanuel Hudson said that people are going to start coming out of the woodworks and speaking on it. A lot of people haven't spoken out about the mistreatment that he's done to them, but let's see how many people come out. They're going to be coming out of the woodworks to tell their stories.
That's what I was getting at when, if it was it good or bad. He pulled the move. Clout chase one-on-one, got back into the spotlight, but it forced, Emanuel had let it go. He said, even Spoken Reason said on his live, if you got such a problem with me, sue me. He said, I tried. I was small, I was young. I didn't know. You know, but the money ran out.
He said that, you know, his lawyer or his you know, whoever he's working with, you know, advisor, right, and advised him that even if you did sue him, you probably wouldn't win, because just like he said, YouTube's laws are that if you put the video up first, you are the original owner.
And they're vague with what they pay people.
Very vague.
Because here's the thing, YouTube doesn't pay you. Right. Google does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so many different, the way YouTube is set up is so many different avenues to where you're getting your money from. Yeah. So YouTube, he might have not made a dime from YouTube, but they could have been an outside, what is it? Advertiser, or what's it?
A sponsor.
a sponsor or a brand deal might have paid him some money to do something, and they found him off that song. So we don't know who the money. Then Emanuel said, you know, it ain't worth doing because the money gone now. That was 8 years ago.
Not to mention that he did say 4 years later, BET did a segment or a show about hot videos in 2012, and that song had actually ranked number 7. So number 7 of the song, and they gave the credit to Spoken Reasons for it. Which I don't understand. Like, I guess because I think differently. If I see somebody in the video doing all of the singing and you're just the side player, just mouth singing and doing props and stuff, I'm gonna be like, who is the person that's actually singing this song? People ran with it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was because he wasn't well known that he got away with it, because if we knew what his voice and what his music sounded like or whatever, we'd be like, oh yeah, the Spoken Reasons voice. But it wasn't. We knew who Emanuel Hudson was. People didn't even know.
So did he Diddy and Mason?
What you mean?
All in the videos, dancing.
No.
If you're tired of that, come to Death Row.
I mean, technically, if you break it down, you can say that he did do it, because Diddy has stolen money too and have did some roguish deals and things like that, you know, been all in the video. But at the end of the day, Diddy did make it known that this was the artist and I am the producer. Right. Spoken Reasons didn't do that. Spoken Reasons says, he said back like, this is my song. Knowing doggone well his voice wasn't even a lick on there except at the beginning talking.
That's it.
That's it. That is it.
But here's the thing. Ignorance is an excuse of the law. Business 101, he found him a mark and he played him. I don't agree with it, but he played him. He played him. If you don't know, you're gonna get used.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Just like if Joya wants to take over the podcast as she does every episode and block me out of it, period, change the passwords, because here's the thing. Can I talk business? We're partners in this. It's not, even though, hope it doesn't take away from we're gonna still do it. Fuck it, y'all gonna laugh anyway.
Wait, say that again.
Even though we talk,
no, Ken, don't talk over me. We're what? Say that again.
Partners.
Okay, so whose podcast is it?
Ours.
Exactly. Okay, keep on.
Right. What I'm saying is I'm letting people into backdoor business that they really don't have to know about.
No, but every episode you say, I put this together. This is my podcast.
Did I put it together?
But it's still ours. It don't matter.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But what I want to say I'm gonna say that listen.
Wait, hold on. Now let's get technical real quick before you move on with your story. What exactly did you do, Ken, to put this together? Besides asking me to join you on this podcast, what exactly did you do?
Who set up the YouTube channel?
Who set up the Patreon?
Who set up the Instagram?
Who set up all the Who set up the Twitter?
Who set up the sharing?
Who set up the set?
We're in separate homes now. We did 2 videos in Joya's studio. 2. The other.
Who's paying for the Zoom account?
You are. Who's paying for the Adobe account? The video editing software.
You ain't paying for that. You downloaded it.
Yes, I am. I'm paying monthly for that.
You said it was free.
No, I did not. I said I finessed it a way that I'm not going to say on camera, but I'm paying monthly for that. I'm not paying full price, but I'm paying something.
Oh my gosh, I hate you so much.
But you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is we are partners because we both bring something to the table. even though we say what we say on camera, I'm gonna say this: we don't like each other. Let's say that we don't.
I'm what I did.
We don't like each other. We are friendly. I wouldn't consider. I can't call her at 3 a.m. That's $300. She can't call me at 3 a.m. because I don't have $300. So
I would not. You are the last person I would call. You'd be like, "All right, I'm on my way," and never show up.
That's not true.
That's very.
That's a lie. Don't pay me in that light.
Uber travels at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't never rode one that
Now
late.
tell me this. Okay, since we're telling business, tell me when you was going through something at work, not personally, but I walk by, say, "You good, Joy? Hey, if you need me to put my hands on somebody, I'll do it. Are you all right?" Tell me I ain't never done it.
You were just being nice because you wanted me to be on this podcast.
Girl, that was a year before that.
No, it was not.
Shut up. But listen, we're trying to be real right now. Listen, even though we say what we say, me and Joy, I'm going to say it on camera, me and Joya are equal partners in this podcast. But I wanted to make the point of saying, just say, Joy, you want to pull a spoken reasons and change all the passwords, all the Twitters, all the Instagrams, all, because I'm not on the Twitters. She's I was gonna say a twit, but she's the one who does the Twitter or whatever.
What? What would you call it?
I said I almost said a twit because you're on Twitter. Because I'm not on the Twitter. I don't know. I don't understand the Twitter. It's just foreign to me. It's just too much. I'm not even on the Twitters, and I'm getting emails from Twitter. I don't know why. My email's not even on the Twitters, but I'm getting them. But we're equal partners. But I said that to say, what if she one day wants to change everything and pull the spoken reasons, and now maybe I'm tripping with, wow. Maybe I'm tripping with Joy the Queen. Big Ken decided he wanted to do something on his own, but I'm sitting in the back waiting for her to give me the Zoom account password and log in.
That's my personal Zoom.
But here's the thing. But no, Joy, hold on. The difference between me and Emanuel is I'm tech savvy. I know I can pay for Zoom. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing it because I can't afford it. You're doing it because that was your part. You wanted to do that.
All I'm saying is that it's my Zoom account. I was about to cuss, but I'm not. It's my Zoom account, and I use it not only for this podcast, but for business meetings. I use it for other podcasts that I'm a part of.
Okay, since you're trying to beat your chest, I have a Zoom account as well. Mine would just happen to be free. So mine is time restricted, but I can get my own. Don't try to stunt on me. Because I feel like you're trying to stunt.
It's time restricted.
I feel like you're trying to stunt.
Can I get it out? It's time restricted. It's person restricted. How many amount of people that you can have in there. And you cannot go live on a free Zoom account. Try it.
We did, and we found out we couldn't. That's when we found out we had to pay for it. Listen, here's the thing. Me and Joya are having a real argument right now. It hasn't really gone to, below the belt, but we'll talk about this in post-production.
What was that? You said,
Oh, what you about to do with your hair? What you about to do with your hair? What you about to do with your hair? What you about to do? There you go. I told y'all, man. But no, it's all in fun. Me and Joya, we don't like each other in real life, but we did come together to do this podcast for a great contrast, which was my concept and my vision.
I can say this. We do keep it cordial. We get along. We have some of the similar ideas, even though he does have his own opinion and things like that. I think it's a great combination. But at the end of the day, he keep trying me.
We
And
talked
this
about the violence. What you about to say?
is gonna be.
What? I keep trying you and what?
That
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
I would just take the podcast.
First of all, I'm the one that came up with the name. She's gonna take my name.
I'm not gonna take your name. I'm gonna rename it something else.
What would you name it?
Let me see. I
She excited because she thought about this shit. Y'all watch. I set her ass up. She thought about this already.
I don't know. I'm trying to come up with it off the top of my head. Right. I would name it Less Trip with the Lazy Cajun.
You gonna really take a part of my name and put it in yours? Girl, stop.
Combine them.
Girl, stop. And we're gonna be bashing each other, drop it on the same day.
Well,
but
so
nah, man. No.
Just maybe I'm tripping with Queen and Big, or Big and Clean, or however we got it. What right. Would you? Would just maybe I'm tripping with Big Ken?
Yeah.
You son of a gun.
I came up with the name. Period. I jabbered you at work and said, "What do you think about this name?" I said it. It was my idea.
And what if I would have said that's trash? Then we would have came up with a different one.
That's true.
Exactly.
But you saw that it was good. If you say.
So at the end of the day, we both chose the name because you got my approval. Ayo.
What the fuck was that?
You play football, you don't know what that is?
Julie, hey, Julie, I fucked with you now because she came to my aid. I like that, Julie. I like that. Hell yeah. Julie, I might waive your Patreon membership and pay it next month. Let me what's your cash out?
She also said she was subscribed to Mwah.
Here's the thing.
She give you Julie, the name, but that don't mean she's gonna subscribe.
Here's the thing. We know Julie. She's known for straddling the fence. She doesn't want anyone angry.
Julie, give me a name for my podcast.
I almost called you out your name.
You what? Do I need to walk off of here again?
I was gonna put it in the title.
No, I'm not feeling this, Ken, at all.
Nah, but listen. So
what do you think of what you asked me? What I thought about Spoken Reasons. What do you think? Well, not just Spoken Reasons, but about the situation. Oh, there was one last thing that I did want to add, and that was
to my segment. Go ahead, add it.
Being young and just wanting to put out content and just wanting to be yourself and be funny. I understand where Emanuel was coming from.
Oh yeah.
That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted, to be recognized for his talent. And like you said, Spoken Reasons played on that. He was young. He didn't know a lot. He wasn't tech savvy. He didn't even really know YouTube that much, but he had a channel. And I think at the end of the day, that was, I don't even know how to say it, but that was very
snakish.
Calculated. Yeah, very, very sneaky, very conniving of Spoken Reasons to do something like that when he knew for a fact that Emanuel came to him like a man, like, hey, I don't know how to do this stuff. It's up to you to be that genuine person, and it's like, I'll help you, I'll show you, and we'll do this together. He didn't want that. He wanted it for himself.
And even though which I should have did, and I want to point this out, what you just did, you asked me my point, then gave my point. But we don't know, because Spoken Reason tried to play him and say, I had to ask your mama, could you fly? I put you on your first plane. I had to ask your mama, could you fly out and do this video? Like playing him like he was like a little child or like a little bitch or whatever, saying you're not even a man, but I don't know how old he was at the time, but he had to ask his mama, could he go? That's just
no. Joy. I think it was this. No. Listen, I think it was more so this, because yes, Emanuel was young, but as a mother, when you have a child that is in any type of entertainment industry, whether it's sports, whether it's acting, whether it's music. I want that ran by me first. That was what it was.
That's
because
exactly
not only that, because he did say
what I was saying before you cut me off.
But because he did say that, Mom, I'm impatient. What do you think I should do? She told him go make another video and all that razzle dazzle, right? So I wouldn't put it past him to run it through his mom. Like, this guy wants to fly me out. He's saying he's legit. He's saying he want to help me. Give me an interview, shoot this video and all that. What do you think, Mama? And I don't think he had permissions or getting permission from her per se. I think it was just more or less, does it sound legit? You my mama, check it out for me. Mama's gonna look out. You know what I'm saying? I think it was that.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm pissed off.
What?
Because that's the second time in a row you asked me what I thought, then you said what I was gonna say, then I went to go another step and say about the mom thing, and you said exactly what I was gonna say. So now I have nothing to say after you've asked me to say something. So I think you should close the podcast.
I don't know what to say.
and we're gonna talk about this after we hang this.
No, we ain't. I answered my phone.
Bruh, listen, you just literally asked me what I thought, then said exactly what I was gonna say.
That was the other point that I wanted to make. I'm sorry if it was your point too. You should have been quicker than that.
I tried, you cut me off, and I was trying to be a gentleman and let the woman talk.
Right, and thank you, because
close it out.
I'm obviously smart.
Close the podcast.
And all of the points I made were 100% valid.
Close the podcast.
I like seeing you squirm. I'm sorry. Don't be slamming stuff. Not up in this podcast. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining again. This was, maybe I'm tripping, episode 13, y'all. We getting up there in episodes. I want to give a special shout out to all of our Patreons. Thank you, our patrons. Thank you so much for subscribing, donating your time and your hard-earned money to us. We really appreciate everything that you do, coming into our lives every time we go live, being so supportive, just being there for us. We love you guys so much and we appreciate you. Thanks for listening to us rant. Thanks you for listening to us argue. Just, always being there laughing and joking with us. Also, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not. Like, share, subscribe, bang that bell so you know when we go live or when we upload a video. I have been Joya the Queen, and this is...
And I guess I'm Big Ken because she's created everything and gave me my name and came up with the podcast, took all my points, took my segment. Listen, I'm telling you guys, she said, I don't have anything to talk about. She was so down. I don't have anything to talk about. You just going to run the point on this one because this, this your wheelhouse. But guess what? She found a way to take over it. But my name is Big Ken. Thank you for joining us again. Like she said, we do appreciate everything. And, like, share, subscribe.
I already said that. Wrap it up, Ken, like you told me last episode.
I ain't saying nothing else.
Good. They don't want to hear
Why she gone, man? Joy. Fuck her. This is my show. I put this shit together. This is me. That's who. If it wasn't me, Flash, you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got it. Jack.